Oh, sir.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
LFG! LFG! Elemental P. LFG. Y'all know what LFG mean? LFG. I'm here for that LFG. Lego. LFG. MiSuNDERStoOd 2. They folded 2. Like Jerry Stackhouse. Terrence Taylor. Nope. Terrence talks too much international speaking and coaching. Yes. 12:03 p.m. Ready to rock, ready to roll. Action, snap, stizzy. Clappity clap, slappity slap. Y'all, what up, y'all? What up, y'all? Hi. Terrence Taylor here. I'm here in my least favorite shirt of all of the merchandise that was created. I hate this fucking shirt. I can't stand it. We thought it would be a good idea to put the logo on the top of the pocket seam and stitch it down. Doesn't help if the pocket seam is smaller than the actual embroidery patch. So it just looks fucking stupid. The patch goes over, it hangs over, it closes the pocket. I wanted to do a woven label on the pocket seam. We tried this just to see how it will work. It's fucking stupid. I hate it. And I tried to get the weave stitcher thing remover thing. I try to cut all the seams from the embroidery out, but it's embroidered into the shirt. There's no removal of it. So this is just a piece of shit ass shirt that I hate and won't wear, but for the sake of show and production, I have to wear it because otherwise I wasted $30, $29, $50 plus $11. So I'm just gonna wear a shirt. Hi, here's my shirt. Hi, what up, y'all? This is a special day. This is a very, very special day. Hold on, first. I'm gonna just let you know before we even continue. I watched Spy Ops yesterday on Netflix, and one of the stories was about what happened post 9/11. And today's September 11th. I didn't even say that in the introduction, but yeah, today's September 11th. If you were able to access your memory in any shape or way or form, you probably remember exactly where you were when 9/11 happened. I was on my junior high elementary school bus en route. Had just been picked up, and maybe 2 minutes later on the bus, they said, something bad happened. I'm taking y'all to school and y'all will learn about it once you get there. That shit was weird. And then we just watched TV at school for the whole day. And then there was nothing on TV for weeks. Very, very, very vividly remember that. And salute, prayers, love, kindness, healing to any and everybody involved in September 11th. It's just impossible not to acknowledge that on a day like today. So first and foremost, that's what we on. Man, oh man, oh man. I got some topics for you today. You can see this box right up here. What is a connoisseur box? Oh man, I'm gonna tell you about my mushroom retreat. My psilocybus retreatus. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about intentional father. I kept reading and I got some thoughts, and we're going to talk about them today. You already know that, which means you already know what comes next. Housekeeping, yo. Housekeeping. First thing I did today, when I came downstairs this morning, I opened my pantry and I saw that fucking mouse. Scurried into the back corner, or she, or they. And it was a much higher pitched scream than that, but I screamed, I jumped, I slammed the door. I put a blanket and a table in front of the crack of the door. this motherfucker will not get out. I'm not about to kill you, but you're not about to get out. Oh man, oh man, oh man. So I did that, and then I realized, no, you're going to die today. I have to kill you today. I know where you are. I found you, and I've trapped you in a corner. You have to die. Open up the closet again. I see a nibble holes in the dog food bag. Little fucking mouse poop crumbs on the corner. Nah, bro, your time is today. It's over for you. So I take the bag of dog food out, the other bag, the garbage cans. I see him. That black bastard. I fucking seen him. I grabbed the broom and I swung it like he was a 600-pound beast. And I swung it and I jabbed it and I javelined it and he died. And I didn't want to kill him, but I wanted to kill the shit out of him. He had to die. You're not allowed to live here. And I'm not trying to see you when I go anywhere, let alone the first door I open when I wake up in the morning. Nah, bro, you got to go. So he's dead. He didn't like any of the traps. There's traps everywhere. Fuck them traps. So I fucking hope that's it. But I let my landlord know the exterminator's on his way to make sure that this shit don't go down no more. There's too many. I've just seen, no. So one mouse dead, maybe more to come. My nerves are a little bit less on edge and my excitement level. Although murder, death, kill is not how I wanted to start the day. If you come around and you fuck with me, I will murder, death, and kill you. Happy Monday. Oh man, happy Monday to somebody else too, because I found a personal service deliverer and that's going to get dealt with today. This is the interesting part. I know that depending on how many times they take, how far they got to drive, how many attempts they have to make, that can cost a range of dollars in order to deliver your documents to whoever. But they told me $100, flat fee, plus tax, 2 copies. We'll deal with it. Cool, bro. Deal with it. So I got to drop the paperwork off this afternoon. I have another appointment I got to do. 1, 2. And that'll be delivered by the end of the week. So yay to progress. Yesterday, I told you about me going from finishing this recording to going out and having a drive. I almost talked myself out of it because as soon as I was done here, the only thing I wanted to do was go upstairs and sit on the couch. I just needed to not be in motion. I needed no activities. I didn't want to be doing anything. And I went upstairs and almost said, fuck it. But then I realized that I needed food. I'm a faster, an intermittent faster. So 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock could come. And if I don't eat and I'm not thinking about food, then, oh shit, I didn't eat yet today. Then I jam as much food in my body from 6 to 8 p.m. or whenever I go to bed, and then I fall asleep. But yesterday after, I might have finished at 3, 4 o'clock. It was 4 o'clock. I was fucking starving. So before I can get cozy and settled on the couch, I need my snacks. I need my Sunday snacks. So I went out to grocery store, got me a couple things. It's literally right down the road. And then I realized, fuck, it's a really nice day. And I'm out now. Yeah, just go. Just fucking go. So I came back home, grabbed me some trees, scurried off into the highway and the sun. And it was a beautiful day. And I got to this really, really, really beautiful, special place that sits on the edge. It's a cliff on the edge and these rocks and there's ocean and it's a sick view. Everything about it is peaceful and wonderful and beautiful. And I went out there and I sat for nice 20 minutes, 20, 25 minutes. At first, my mind was just rushing and flooded with thoughts. I did my best to calm the fuck down, be in the moment, be present, experience what was happening, not think about everything that was going through my mind. And It took some time, but I got there. I found a crab. I saw a crab walking around underneath the water, in and amongst the ocean trees. And I just watched it do its thing. That was a nice way to just bring all of the rushing thoughts down and out. And it was nice. It was nice. It helped me land on my topic for today as to what I needed to do and how I needed to shift some things and shake some shit up and get myself back a bit more focused and where I need to be right now with everything that's going on. So yeah, it felt good. I came back in, relaxed for the night. I took the top all the way down. There's off, which I didn't do. And then there's down. You could take the top, flip it up. It hangs like this. You can take the little back panels out. That's cool. But you can actually take the top fully off and into the back. So the top was gonski. I rode around like that and I felt good. And I also learned the easier way to put the side panels back on. I've been the stupid guy at the fucking Ford dealership told me, yeah, do it like this. It just takes some strength. I'm thinking, yo, I'm big and strong and this is a fucking challenge. There's no way that this is how Ford set it up for the way to take the panels off. Nah, there's mad regular ass size, less strength people. This is not how you do this. I realized if you do the panels the opposite way, they just fold right in. So took me 12 seconds to put my car back together instead of 5 minutes, which was great. And it felt good. And I came in and I relaxed and had a great day. And it left me to right exactly where I needed to be. Oh, man. How y'all feel about psilocybin? Mushrooms, magic, mushrooms, shrooms, tripping, all that. How you feel? How you feel? Have you done it? Do you know about it? Have you read about it? Do you have anybody who's done it? I was introduced to magic mushrooms maybe 2018, 2019. I was around some folks who were young and going to Osheaga and had some shrooms, and I said, sure, why not? The problem with that experience was, one, I didn't get enough. I had like a gram, like 1.8. Not enough for your first mushroom experience to properly understand what the fuck this thing is about to do to you. That was one. And two, I was around too many people. It was like an adventure of like 8 of us. And no, that's not the time, place, or location, which is the same as place, to do mushrooms. It just didn't work. And on top of that, I had somebody who had done them before fucking talking to me the whole time about what was going to happen, what I'd done, what was going to come next. This and that. I couldn't even really enjoy the experience. And so all in all, I didn't even feel it. I didn't really notice it. It was weird. Maybe I noticed a little bit of something that felt kind of ooh, but no. It was annoying. It was a really annoying first mushroom experience. And I vowed after that to not go about this plant, this medicine, this healing process, this healing journey in a public space. And I definitely was not going to do it under those circumstances either. So spent a lot of time. Again, that was 5-6 years ago. And now I probably had, I would need a third hand to count the amount of times I've had a mushroom experience, had a mushroom trip, went on an adventure, and learned a shit ton about myself, about who I am, what I'm scared of, what holds me back. It helps me be calm, to be patient. There's so much healing that comes from just beauty. Just beauty. So that was actually where I landed in my Sunday afternoon staring at the Ocean Fest. I said, you know what I need to do? I need to go out into the woods and do some shrooms. So I came home and booked the Airbnb that I've stayed at before. It's this cabin in Lunenburg. It's got a flowing river right outside the door. There's constant water noise. It's the most beautiful shit ever. The bed's the most uncomfortable fucking bed I've ever slept in my life, but the space, the area, inside, outside, what nature has to offer, everything about this place is perfect. It's the most perfect setting for what I know and need to tap into right about now. I have this connoisseur box right here because it's just a funny story. It's a hilarious story. Maybe a year and a half ago, I was online trying to find some mushrooms because they're not the thing you can just go down the street and ask your local whoever for. And if you do, what are these? No, thank you. And people sell mushrooms online in Canada and they'll ship them right to your fucking door. Really? Yeah, they'll do that. So I found a website. Website's called Shroom Bros. It's got a beautiful picture of Mario and Luigi with sunglasses on because they're high as fuck. And there was an assortment of options: chocolates, gummies, dried mushrooms, tea, all sorts of things. And I said, "Ooh, I like all of those things. I would like to try them." I found this awesome connoisseur box, which was advertised as like $600 in value for like $289 or something. And then it was Thanksgiving or Easter or something. So there was a promo code for 200 or $20 off or 20% off. And I ordered that shit. And because it's ordering psilocybin online, it's not like they have the most standard of payment methods. So I had to send an e-transfer. I had to copy this over and send this. And I just had to do a bunch of extra stuff on the back end of the payment process to get what I need. All right, fine, no problem. So this box of mushrooms that should cost $600+ I got for $200. Oh, lovely. And then I had to go through and configure all the things to make sure the order got through. And I sent the e-transfer and the e-transfer didn't go through. It was stolen. It was some fraud shit. So I had to cancel it and then place the order again and send it again. Somehow in all that confusion, when my package arrived, I had 2 connoisseur boxes instead of 1. I don't know how it happened. I don't know what went on, but the first order was canceled and not officially canceled. The second order was placed. 1 payment was made, but 2 boxes arrived. Listen, bruh, I have no complaints. And I'm not about to ask no questions. Thank you. So I've had mushrooms in my house for years, just way too many. I've given them to people, anyone who's in a weird, traumatic place that could use some healing. Hey, have you looked into mushrooms before? Hey, just go do some research and come back to me and talk to me. And then if you want some and you want to have at it. I've done that many a times. No, I'm not your local drug dealer or pharmacist. This is a plant. It provides an excessive amount of healing. There's a show on Netflix, How to Change Your Mind. It's got 4 parts: MDMA, mushrooms, I think ecstasy's on acid. There's a few of those drugs that they dig a bit deeper into to help you understand the healing purposes. And I learned so much more about the use of mushrooms and seeing it impact people with anxiety, with PTSD, with depression, and how what this plant does to your soul, not just your mind, to your soul, in terms of healing and improving your life and moving forward. I've seen it. I've seen other people seen it. I've lived it, so I understand it. In no way, shape, or form am I encouraging anybody to go do mushrooms. I'm not selling mushrooms. This is not an ad. But for me, I understand the benefit of what it is, what you get, and why to do it. So I had that great conversation with myself and said, I'm going out, have me an adventure. I'm going to do me some shrooms and have a good time. I love the names of mushrooms because they don't play. They on some hilarious weed type shit. These here are called Costa Rican. They're a substitute for blue meanies, which I've had, and they're great. I did blue meanies once and had a really great conversation with a dragonfly. And it taught me to appreciate nature and all things that are large and small, and we might feel disconnected from those things, but in fact, no, we're all one. It was on a wharf. I talked to a dragonfly for 15 minutes. It was great. So you got the Costa Ricans, you got the PE number 6. For those of you who don't know what PE stands for penis envy. Yes, let me clear my throat so that I can say that again. PE number 6 stands for penis envy. Penis. Why? Figure it out yourself. What's even better than penis envy, number 6, is MOPE, which is, you guessed it, monster penis envy. Very powerful. I got some Amazonians in here. I got some golden teachers. These are beautiful for, again, not recommending this, but if you've never had a mushroom experience and there was a place to start, golden teachers might do some good old golden teaching to you. It's great stuff. More monster penis, more envy. I got my cola capsules, cola gummies, 250 milligrams in the gummies. I had chocolate bar, I had a bunch of other shit, but that's, and yeah, I had double the box. It was great. So I've been using mushrooms as a healing medicine. I've taken them to places I shouldn't have taken them. And if I were to have ever taken mushrooms on a plane, call it what you want. So that's my mushroom story. And the reason I'm sharing that with you is because tomorrow, myself and someone who I care about so tremendously are going off to the woods to do some shrooms, to have some peace, to have a moment of healing, relaxation, calm, stillness, and it's needed. And in this moment of, I'm really about to go into this last 10-day stretch and fucking kill it, I need to have a moment. I don't want to call it a reset, but I find with shrooms, it's not a reset. It's almost like an elevation to bring to light what you need. And after it, you don't necessarily press reset and start over, but you go into the things you do the next day, the next hour, and there's more intention, there's more presence, there's more care, there's more thoughtfulness that I feel like in this moment I need. And I need to kind of not be as in me as I am. I need to be me and be in these moments, but I also need to have an elevated perspective of myself in this moment. And that needs to be clear. And I need a moment to clear out who I see myself as and make sure that what I'm seeing about me is true. And this medicine will, listen, you might want to learn what you want to learn. She gonna teach you what you need to learn. And in this moment, there's something I need to learn. And I look forward to learning that. So that's my plan. That's my plan for tomorrow. That's what I got on the go. Come down here, record in the morning, bang 2 out, hit the road for the afternoon, come back tomorrow afternoon, get to it, finish up. So yeah, that's the day. My energy waves will be very, very, very different come Wednesday when we sit down and chat. Yeah. Yeah, good times. Very, very good times. That's my shroom retreat. Last up for you. I got Intentional Father. I got this book that I started yesterday that I didn't realize I was in the first, I was 3/4 of the way through the first chapter when I was sharing with you about what I had read and what I liked and what I saw and what was this and what was that. It was great. And then I kept reading. And if I could keep the water in my mouth, I would tell you that there's an interesting part about me and religion, organized religion, Jesus, Christianity, that I told you last time I was talked to about Jesus. I was told that I need Jesus by a born again Christian who would not allow me the time and space to speak my truth and be honest and handle that with any sort of care and love. So for that person to tell me I need Jesus, it really is that hypocritical, like, yo, you're this God following, but you don't even believe and act in the shit that you telling other. Get the fuck out of here. This religious hypocrisy, bro. I'm not here for it. So it's really hard when all right, dance appropriately. It's tough when, like, there's the story of Jesus and there's a Bible and I get it and I understand what it is. There's organized religion that says you must do as this, and if you don't, then there's so much more human feeling, judgment that exists within the space that for me personally, I'm like, I'll pass. I get it. The Bible's got great stories and there's mad lessons, and to read the Bible, to learn and to take in the stories, it's awesome. To follow that in the organized religious form, nope, not for me. And as I was reading through, Jon Tyson made a few references to, well, he references Mormons and how they have a very distinct path from adolescence to adulthood, and how he can take some of that and use it and apply it to his own. All right, cool. And I keep reading. And he says, this I found so trippy, man. Where does he say? All right, here. I'll provide some potential resources, some things that were very helpful for me, but it will still be up to you to grow as a father in knowing your son and discerning what he needs. Cool. Fine. I'm on page 41. I was great until I read this line. And I want you to grow as a follower of Jesus and deepen your own faith as you go along. Oh, man. That one kind of fucked with me. Because what do you mean, follower of Jesus? Do you mean like follower, like how 2023 uses the word follower? Like I can follow Jesus on Instagram, but I can also follow some of this ass. You could do both. You mean like that kind of follower? Or you mean I gotta abide by the way of Jesus and do all the things? Like, which follower you want me to be, bruh? And the follower of Jesus, that feels like I'm being encouraged to be Christian and follow the ways and the Christian belief. And I go, okay, maybe I'm reading this wrong. Maybe you're not asking me to follow Christianity, but how do you ask me to be a follower of Jesus and not a follower of Christianity? And if in this book you're pushing Christianity on me, what am I supposed to do with that? How do I discern what I want to take from this and use and apply if within all of this I'm going to be subtly told to follow Jesus Follow Jesus. Be a Jesus follower. That part fucking weirded me out, man. I'll be honest with you. Didn't know how I felt about it. Now I could read this book and acknowledge the Jesus parts. And to be clear, I believe in God. I understand this is none of this shit just happened, and there's a higher power, and I listen to it and I believe it and I understand that part. I just get a bit caught up with everything that comes after that. The books that we're told to read, the man-made creations that say we should do this, the way of life. I don't fucking subscribe to none of that shit, bro. Do I want to have the community and the communal togetherness that organized religion does offer? Absolutely. There's a part of me that goes, I could find some of my people in a house of worship, to say the least. If I were to go about life in this particular way, I could find community. And this is a greater thing than us. So I just feel weird about it, man. I've just been in enough situations with organized religious people, and I don't often come out of that feeling better than when I left. I can read things about religion. I could study religion. I could learn about the principles of religion, but more times than not, if I'm doing that in a space with someone who operates as a Christian or a Muslim or whatever kind of denomination of organized religion they believe, I usually don't feel at the end of that. I usually feel like I'm being judged by this person, and if I don't do what they say, because that's what Jesus said, then I'm a less than type of a human. Maybe I've met all the wrong religious people. That too could be true. But it kind of stumped me there for a minute. It stumped me. A follower of Jesus. I'm gonna read his tweets, yo. I'm gonna see what he got. Whatever Jesus reposting, I'm here for it, bruh. I'm down. But is this one of them situations where if you follow Jesus, you can't follow nobody else? Because I don't know. So that hit me, and that thought swirled through my mind. Again, I could totally be reading into this wrong. Being a follower of Jesus might not mean what it means. All right, but that's how I'm interpreting what you're saying. Following Jesus means, yeah. Can I read what he said? Because he said, he wants to raise his kid to be like Jesus. And I read that. I was like, bro, okay, hold on. You're gonna have to break this down to me. And he said, okay, why? Because Jesus was the best man who ever lived. Look at his life, his cause, his compassion, his courage, his love for other people, his walk with his heavenly Father, his willingness to confront hypocrisy, his personal integrity. When you look at the life of Jesus, you can say that he got it right in every single situation he was in. That's what the vision of being an intentional father is, to help our sons become like Jesus. Yo, that's loaded for me, bruh. That's fucking loaded. I get it. I get what he's saying. I get the intention. But the religion part of it, I don't know how you separate Jesus from Christianity. And I find it hard to separate Christianity from church. So it all, please, somebody explain it to me. I would love to know more and understand more. But this has become an example of, all right, you may not believe in what the person is sharing. You may not subscribe to everything that they have to say, but you're going to find value in what they're saying. All them characteristics of Jesus, you go, yeah, I want my child to have that. But how do I encourage that without necessarily making it a religion thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm ignorant. I totally could be. But this is going to be a practice in me trying to extract the information that I need and looking at this from the perspective of, I'm reading this book to become a better father. That's what I'm here to do. How do I do that? Period. And so if you do that, shake off the Jesusness, you move forward to the end of the first chapter, which when I was reading it yesterday, and there's some activities that it said to do, and I had to put the book down because just where I was at yesterday, which PS, I went to bed at 8:30 last night. I was fucking toast. The activities that were asked of me to do, I could not do yesterday. So once I got to the end of the chapter, I had to put the book down. Like, all right, I have some work I have to do before I can keep reading. Very similar to The Greatest Salesman in the World. How it's set up where you don't just read it through. You gotta stop and do this and do that and go back and do this and do that and go back. So this was cool. This is the part that did excite me about the book. And this is the prompted activities at the end of the chapter that I was really excited about digging into. So it's questions to think about. What emotions rose in you when your kids were born? I'm going to get a notebook and answer all of these. This is going to be a very intentional plan for me because I need to track it. I need to write it down. I need to organize it. I need to look back at it. I need to review. I need to improve. This is not one of those books that you can just read and think about, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so I thought about this. Oh yeah, okay, cool. And then keep going. Like, no, I have to be intentional about being an intentional father. Get it? What emotions rose when your kids were born? Second question is, which of the 5 fathers best describes how you have acted? Which stops you and puts you in a position of think, be honest, and don't fuck around. And I could see how I was in between what's the two of them? Where are they at? I could see how I was very much, come on now, 5 kinds of fathers. I was in between inconsistent and the involved father. Torn by personal ambition, capability of doing better at this fathering thing, but instead he prioritizes the job, career, and hobbies. These binges of selfishness are often followed by guilt and feeble attempts to fix everything, but there's no stable sense of security or identity passed down to his children. Not quite that. The personal ambition and the prioritizing of job and career, yes, mind you, we have to live and shit costs money and life is expensive. So there has to be a priority on that. But I could see how, when and where my focus on work and personal ambition has taken away from my presence and my ability to be and who I need to be. Okay, fine. And then there's the involved father type of dad who shows up at the sporting events, takes time to put the porn filters on his kids' devices. He gets things right, but because of the business of his life and failure to ask the right questions, he never seeks to understand specifically who his children are and why God gave him them in the first place. This is a noble dad, but one haunted by the sense that there's something more, another layer or level in his parenting. So the truth is I'd say maybe 75-80% involved father, 20-25% inconsistent father. I think that's fair to say. That's my answer. I was supposed to write this in a notebook, not tell you, but I did. And then the additional question to reflect back on your own adolescence. What moments with your father shaped your life? I'm not telling you that right now. What are you hoping to see in your relationship with your son as a result of reading and implementing the things in this book? And what fears or hesitations do you have? So that part was really cool as a practice in me having to stop, think, and do better. I was really excited about that. I have a notebook here that I'm going to bring upstairs and start using today on this. And the last part I thought was really interesting is he said 2 things. Intentional steps. Do a 24-hour fast and dedicate that time to prayer. Write down the things that come to mind about how you fathered and the kind of father you would like to be. Offer the years ahead to God and ask for help in what's to come. That part is cool with me. Like, I could talk to God. I'm with that. I know that part. That's great. And the second part is watch the documentary, The Work, which is about fathers in jail prison, people from the outside coming in to visit these fathers in jail, and then understanding their story, how they became, what to think about, et cetera, et cetera. And I really, really did. I like the work, the activity part of this. That part was really exciting. And I didn't even expect that as I was going through to see, oh shit, yeah, here's what I got to do. This documentary is really cool. Again, where I was at yesterday, I could not watch a 2-hour documentary on trauma and fathers. I couldn't even keep my eyes open. So one, you got to know the time and space to best show up to be the best person you need to be, the best version of you to do what you need to do. But also know you can't keep putting that off. I wasn't waiting past today. This is my task for this today. That's what I'm on. Because this is an important part. You know, we have ideas, we have plans, there's things we want to do. Maybe we didn't plan it all the way through. It's more to think about. And this is the most important job I'm ever going to have. It's raising this little boy. And I might have a rough plan, but I don't know what I'm doing. And I didn't necessarily write all the things down that I was planning on doing. So I really, really do. This is cool because there's a lot of plans and things that I need to write down that I have been writing down. They're more professional and a little bit of personal, but not necessarily pertaining to fatherhood. And identifying that this is the most difficult job I'm going to have, the most important job I'm going to have, and the one that's going to last the longest. Yeah, I need to be more tactical, more forward thinking, more intentional. I just have to. Anytime, cool, you think you're doing it right, you can always do better. Watching number blocks with this little boy. How you count? You can count however many. Yeah, but you can count as high as you want. But at the end of the day, you can always add another block. No matter how high you count, you still add one more. Still add one more. All right, well, as good as I think I'm doing, I could still do better. I could still read more. I could still learn more. I could still apply more. I could still be more open-minded. I could still take more information in. I could still have more conversations. I could still turn the TV off. It's mad shit I could be doing more instead of. And if I'm more intentional about moving forward with my parenting and fatherhood plan, that's only going to force everything else to get in line. I don't know how many times I've said, whatever plan you use, take that scheme, whether it's personal, and implement it in your professional life. If you learn something in your professional life that's helpful and useful, apply that shit to your personal life. What's the point of having these skills, this information, these tools, and you only use them in one capacity? It doesn't make fucking sense. Why am I reading business book after business book after business book, but not reading parenting books in between that shit? Well, if you don't, then cool, you can keep winging it and you could keep going off emotion and thinking and feeling. There's no fucking manual. Nobody knows how to be a good parent. Your child's different. This person's experience with their child is different. Sure, there's some general shit we all should do, but how to do this right, there ain't really no guide for that. So if you're not taking in new information and there's thousands of people who wrote books on parenting, but not one of them is the right way to do it for your child in your situation. That's not how it works. So I got to do more of that work, be more intentional about that. Because all it's going to do is make for a better life for my son, a better life for me, and everything else. If he and I can get on the right track, the rest of this shit is easy. So that's going to take some work though, and I'm here for it. Again, I didn't think I'd be talking so much parenting on this show, but it's clear that how can you have a healthy professional life while having children and not maximizing and being forward thinking and how you're going to go about navigating the parenting part. That part is essential, especially when you work from home and this little boy's running around with camera equipment and playing with shit. Like, all right, there's parenting that looks cool and there's parenting that's essential and must be done. A lot of people like having kids. Not a lot of people like raising kids. In the world of a difference in what that is. So my little beauty's calling me right now. Oh man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for sharing and listening. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you for for being a place where I can go through the process of learning, improving, growing, being better. There's accountability in this that's, unintentionally ingrained into it. I can't come up here and talk about being a great dad, wanting to be a better father, doing the work to be a better father, putting that out, and then what, my kid's going to see this however far in the future and be like, yo, what the fuck is all that bullshit you was talking about being a good dad? My life looks like this. What do you mean? Can't put this energy out and not apply it and not do it in real life. So this is cool. And I hope for those of you who are parents out there, you're taking this into consideration and applying and getting you a book, figuring out. I'm not saying buy Jon Tyson book. I'm saying learn anything. If I don't have the parents to talk to about these things, all right, well, I'm gonna pick up books that are written by parents to learn the shit. Figure it out somehow, some way, somehow. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna learn. I'm gonna do better. However you do that, that's on you, but just do it. If you don't have kids and you know somebody with kids and they could use some help, which guess what? Every parent on planet Earth could use some help. Get them some shit. Help them out. Hold space for them to have a conversation. Don't fucking judge them. Give them a book. Watch the kid for an hour so they can go do some like whatever, bro. Hold space. This shit is hard, man. This shit is hard. And if you don't have kids and you looking at it like, oh, I want to have kids. Yeah, bro. Think about it. It ain't just cute. It ain't sexy. They ain't for Instagram. They're not a trophy. Oh, I have a child. I own. He's mine. They're mine. No, you don't own shit, bro. You grew them. If you had a vagina, otherwise you just drop some seeds off and off you go. That you don't own shit, bro. They're not yours. They exist in this world. What are you going to do to make sure that when they exist in this world, they have the best life they can? It ain't about us. The fucking parents, we make this shit about us all day. It ain't about us. It's for them. So that's me being an intentional father. That's me working on how to become a better version of me, show up better for him. And that's how taking mushrooms and eating mushrooms and going on retreats and having time to yourself is a way to get you to that point, to heal yourself. I got a lot of dad trauma, yo. So I got to work through that in the ways that I got to work through it. Hey, help. That's me. That's me. That's that on that. Rich double T. Double T. I'm Terrence Taylor. It's MiSuNDERStoOd too. I hope that was good. I hope that was good. I hope that was useful for y'all, because the truth is I have so many other plans and things I need to do. Like I get my personal life in order. I got a joint bank account appointment this afternoon in an hour and 9 minutes. So life's on the move. We got to get to it. We got to not be afraid of putting the plans together to go where we need to go. Afraid of what? We be afraid of the shit we want. We be afraid of doing the thing that we know we need to do to get the thing we want. I can't do it no more, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm facing the fear. I'm going after it. I'm figuring it out. I'm dealing with it. I hope you do the same. It's Terrence Taylor, MiSuNDERStoOd too. I'm out.
My daddy makes out. And his name is Terrence Taylor. And I took those pictures.